Hey everyone, I don't even know if I recombed my hair. I combed it a couple hours ago. But yeah, we're live. We're here. We're alive. We have no damage, I don't think, to our place. But some places had with the winds, they had some trees down, power lines down. Um some places are still closed right now. Um a lot of where I used to live, like the main businesses, Walmart and everything closed down. They had some stuff happen. So a lot has happened just in the past 4 hours, or I think it hit here. Well, we were on a tornado warning till 7:45. Till one till 7:15, another one till 7:45. Two different rotation type storms. The tornado never touched down near us. I mean, it came pretty close to the gas station that's nearby us, to the last gas station before you get out of town, and which is really close to us. There said there was water over the road near the park, and then there's water over the road at different other places. So it's just a lot of damage everywhere. So I'm live. I'm gonna share it on my new phone, my new pink phone. It still has Adam on it as my lock screen. So let me find this and share this because I am live. So let's share to Discord and to different things. Okay. We started seeing some of the damage reports on the news, and so that's why. Yes, I am here, Shawnee Mac. I am here. I'm trying to share this to some people real quick. So let me do that. We're supposed to get a lot of rain, so hopefully we won't lose power with all the rain damage. They're talking here where we live. I know they're talking different inches and stuff, but it looks like here we're going to get 9 to 10 inches of rain by Sunday. So 9 to 10 inches of rain. Think about that. That doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot. I'm praying for everyone around us that got damaged. Some people got damage to their houses. Some people got damage to their cars. And that's just around here. There was really close tornadoes. That is a lot of rain, yes, in about 4 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then part of Sunday. So by Sunday afternoon, they're calling for the river there by Popper Bluff to be flooded by Saturday. And a lot of people that live in those low-lying areas by the river are going to get flooded. Not as bad as 2008, but pretty bad. And anybody else at any campgrounds, any rivers, it's going to be bad. We don't always get a lot of severe weather. A lot of times it goes around us. But we had some tornadoes close to us. We had some tornadoes almost touch down right here in town, right close to us. There was the funnel clouds. And they did not touch down. It did touch down in other areas, in other parts of my county. North Stoddard County got it really bad. And then some of Cape County got it bad. So I just want to cry. I really do. And you see all the damage. It's just so sad. All these people lost their homes, and it leveled a lot of this little small town that we drive by all the time to go to Cape Girardeau to go to the doctors. I may have my doctor appointment canceled tomorrow because Bloomfield got some damage, which is only not even 30 minutes from me. So we're going to have to see. Some places are still without power. If they don't have the power back on by tomorrow, then yes, some places, our banks and stuff may be closed tomorrow, depending. That's further the other way on Business 60. I think over by Walmart got a lot of damage and power lines down. There's roads closed everywhere. They're not letting traffic in to certain areas because of the damage. And then parts of Highway 60 between Dexter and Essex, they have power lines down on the road. So it's still closed down. You have to do there's other places you can go to detour around it. But yeah, it's a mess in a lot of areas. And they're not letting people into Delta. They're not letting people in hardly out of Advance on that highway over there, Highway 25, which is close to me too. But so not even an hour away. It's just some of the towns just leveled. It's just sad. I don't know what kind of EF it was, but and then parts of close to where that Max Mission is, they did not get hit as bad there, but there is some damage to some sheds on their property. But yes, it did not get hit as bad there. And the girl who owns it, her house is okay because she lives a little further out where the tornado hit. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I was gonna share some on Twitter if I can get Twitter to work. I don't know if I have my Twitter set up here, so let me see if I can do it on this phone because I think my Twitter's down or there's a problem with my Twitter or something where I can't share stuff. Okay, let me get it. My other Twitter is working on my other phone. So a lot of stuff I had to put new passwords and stuff in. It's just a mess. So if I can't get the links out to everyone, I can't get the links out to everyone. But I can on my old phone. At least it's still working. If we turn our phones in, then we can get some discounts or not discounts, but yeah, we can get some money back and that'll pay for the activation. So let me just send this to a couple people. I did a post. I don't know if anybody's seen the post about if I was going to be able to stream tonight. But yeah, there's just one person. There's a link. Okay. Because they're not going to want this stream anyways. Okay. It's just one person on Twitter. But yeah, there's a lot of places that close early. They closed some of the schools around here early because they knew this was coming. And we were level 5 out of 5, which means there's a 30% chance that you will get a tornado within 30 miles of you. And yeah, there was tornadoes within 30 miles of us, but it did not hit my house. We got damaged Sunday night with the hail to my car. We're having to really check the roof yet. We probably do need to get somebody up there to check the roof because we may have some damage to the roof. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay for right now. All right, only 2 watching. I'm going to do the thing, and then we may do some Sims in a little bit. I read this earlier. Or to April, which says, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. So and that's Proverbs, what does that say? 3:6. So Proverbs 3 verse 6. And it says, just for the April page, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. So I'm not going to read yesterday's. I read it already, but I'm not going to read it. I read it on my tablet or something, but it says to pray. Some of the verses say pray continually. Since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. That's good. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. That's the same thing from the thing I just read. So basically, stay close to God. Do not let your to-do list become an idol directing your life. Let my Spirit guide you by moment to moment, and he will keep you close to me. So let the Holy Spirit guide you moment by moment, and the Holy Spirit will keep you close to God or Jesus. But yeah, sometimes Missouri does get hit with a lot of heavy weather. You think about Joplin when they had the EF5 tornado. I don't know what these tornadoes were. The one that hit Dexter last year, I think, was an EF2 or 3. The one that hit Poplar Bluff was an EF3. So there's been different ones that hit Sykeston at different times, like last year, and tore roofs off of buildings and different things. Part of Cape Girardeau, downtown Cape Girardeau, where the news station is, just a few blocks away, got windows busted out, roofs damaged, signs down, like the street signs down and stuff like that. It was a smaller tornado, probably, but the other tornado that hit other places may not have been as small. So that's why I think just homes are just leveled and roofs are just torn off the houses and stuff. And it's a little small town. I don't know how many people live there. It's about the size of my town, maybe even smaller. I think Delta is smaller. Let me look up the population because I know ours have about 1,800 people. So let's look up their population because I think they're smaller. And they have one little restaurant and they have a little gas station that also serves food and some other things. So yeah, last year they have 375 people. So it's not even got 400 people. And I would say over half the town's probably damaged in different parts or got some damage. We might game a little bit. We're not going to game too long because at midnight I have to take my medicine and it's already 10:38. So we might game an hour. It's not going to be that long. I'm just telling you. We have power. Different other places in my town does not have power as of a few hours ago. It might be back on now. The last I looked at 8:30, there was 7,000 power without power, 7,100 or something like that in my county. So I think most of that is Dexter. So I am feeling better. But we've had some storms in the area, and we did not have power. I think we lost power for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then it came back on. And then I didn't have Wi-Fi for like 2 hours. So welcome, Outlaw Cat, Jen, Shawnee Mac, Punk Rock. We're doing okay. We're lucky compared to a lot of people that lost half the town. So we did not lose half the town. There is some damage to people in my town. There was a tornado very close by, but it did not touch the ground. So I kept praying, and I just knew it was going to miss us this time. I really did. I kept praying. I prayed that the tornadoes were going to miss us, and they did. So, yeah, rock on, everybody. Rock on. All right. I'm probably not going to sing tonight because I'm just too flustered to sing. So I will work on some of my music. I may have to do that tonight because then tomorrow I'm going to be gone part of the day. I wrote down a bunch of songs. So I have the top 10 songs of 1978. We may not do all 10 of them. And then there's some other ones. The song like Grease, like the theme song for Grease. And You're the One That I Want with John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. There's the Queen, We Will Rock You. We Are the Champions. Oh, those are not in the top 10. And then Olivia Newton-John, Hopefully Devoted to You. And then I wrote on this page too, didn't I? I wrote, okay, Hot Blooded by Foreigner and Summer Nights by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Those were in the top 70. One was, Foreigner was like 36. And then the Summer Nights thing was in the top 70. And the top rap song is Miss You by the Rolling Stones. The top pop song was the same as the one I already had. The top country song was Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. So, by Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. There wasn't a rap song because rap didn't. I haven't dyed it. It's still probably. I just washed it today, but I didn't dye it. I'm still working on dyeing it. I have some blonde that I'm going to put on it to make it a little bit lighter. But thank you, Biscuit. Yeah, I used my Epsom salt and had a nice bath earlier before the storm started, and then we took cover at least once because we were in a tornado warning. But by 7:30, Mom was like, "Okay, it's not doing much here. We're gonna stop." So I have the top country song, the top rock song, the top pop song was the same as the one I already had, and there wasn't rap until like the next year. They didn't have rap listed on like the top Billboard charts yet. I think until 79. So I have lists of songs. So there's like 16, 17 songs. Wait a minute. I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I do have 17 songs that I'm going to work about. I don't know about the top dance songs, but Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb is number 1, which I don't know if I've ever heard. So we're just going to have to listen to it. Night Fever by the Bee Gees. And these are from the movie Saturday Night Fever, which that came out the year before, but they were still in the top 10, because it was still going. You Lighted My Life by Debbie Boone. I think I know that one. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. I know a little bit. I may do it. I may not do this Kiss You All Over song because it might be a little dirty or something. How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees. Baby Come Back by Player. I think I know that one too. Thicker Than Water. I don't know if I've heard that by Andy Gibb. The Boogie Oogie Oogie. I think I've heard before by A Taste of Honey. And Three Times a Lady. I kind of know by the Commodores. So we'll work on some of them. If I don't get them all, 17 songs is a lot. 17 songs is a lot. For my birthday, I can try. I don't know how to add people on YouTube. I'm going to have to do StreamYard. I'm going to have to find my password. If I can't find my password, maybe I could reset my password. We're struggling with a lot of things with passwords, even on the new phone. I've had to reset a bunch of things because I was like, they don't have my passwords and stuff. So 17 songs is a lot. Yeah, some of them I may not sing. I'm going to listen to the lyrics or look at the lyrics first. And so, yeah, if they're just love songs, that's okay. But if it's like got some raunchy lyrics by some of them, then I'm not going to do them. So that's the update for the birthday stream. I don't know what time it's starting either because we're going to go to Poplar Bluff. But it looks like from 12 to 6 p.m. or 1 to 6 or 7, we're not going to hardly have any rain during that time. For here, Poplar Bluff might be a little bit different. But we're going to try to go to the chiropractor a little bit early. Instead of 3:30, we're going to try to go a little earlier, around 3. Maybe or 2:30, try to get worked in earlier because we're going to see what time my work release for the day. If she doesn't come till noon, then she'll be here till 2:30. If she comes around 11, then she'll be gone at 1:30. So no, we're not going to game probably either because we're going to do 17 songs. We're not going to feel like gaming. So I said we may not be back till 7, 8 o'clock. We're going to look for phone cases. We're going to meet up with my friend who's making those sugar-free goodies for me. And we're going to get some pizza. So as long as mom says she can drive in the rain, so as long as it's just raining, we're fine. But if there's water over the roads or there's a problem and some of these places are closed, I may not be able to get to Poplar Bluff. Don't hardly have any damage, I don't think. Some people had their trees and stuff down in the yard and limbs down, but I think Poplar Bluff missed the tornadoes, as far as I know. So Poplar Bluff should be okay. It's just getting to Poplar Bluff in the water. And we're supposed to get about 2 inches of rain every day, but Saturday is supposed to be like 5 inches. So we're getting 5 inches of rain Saturday, and then 2 inches off and on the next 3 days. And then Sunday, there's just a little bit. So 2 inches of rain today, 2 inches of rain Thursday, 2 inches of rain Friday. So that's 6 inches. And then you add another almost 5 on top of that. That's 11 inches of rain. So it looks like there's going to be about 9 inches. I might be miscounting, but some of it's less than 2 inches or an inch and a half each day. And so our roof leaks and stuff like that. We're going to have to keep the buckets nearby and towels nearby because our one window leaks and the roof leaks in one spot in the bathroom. But yeah, I'll try to get on the Sims tonight for like an hour. We'll see. We'll see how the baby's doing. Maybe they'll be grown up to an infant before the end of the stream. Yeah, we're going to freaking party. Hopefully we'll have a good party. I'm going to have my pizza. We may get leftover pizza during the stream if we're going to be streaming for hours. If each song is about 4 minutes long and you get 15 songs, that's, wait a minute, 5 times 4 is 20. That's like 60 minutes right there. So that's 1 hour of just music. If we go straight, I'm going to have to take breaks in between, So that's, if we do 15 songs, that's 60 minutes right there of just music. And some songs are going to be longer. I know a lot of these songs are going to be 5 minutes plus, but that's if each song is 4 minutes and ours is 4 minutes. I don't think that's going to be the case. Because some of these songs from the 70s, like Night Fever is long. Staying Alive, I think, is long. I think a lot of these songs are more than 4 minutes. The We Are the Champions Queen song, I know, is longer than 4 minutes because it's like 2 songs in one. But we're going to stay sober. We're not going to drink. I haven't touched a drink, and I think since 2011. So that would have been in January 2011. So we're talking 14 years sober, and we're going to keep staying 14 years sober. We're not on any medications that I think are narcotics or addicting. We got off the Ativan. We were on Ativan just for a couple weeks. And then after that, we stopped taking the Ativan. I had 2 more doctors say, please don't take Ativan. You can get really addicted to it. So I'm not taking it. It's still somewhere. I'll probably throw it away. The Queen guy, I don't know if everybody's a sinner. So I'm a sinner too. And I've done a lot of sinful things in my life. But yeah, Freddie Mercury does have quite a voice. Lost way too soon. But yeah, Shakes, that's true. He does have a voice and lost way too soon. Because he died young. And look at Nirvana. They did like a remake to Nirvana on like the Saturday Night Live thing with the original cast members except for Nirvana. And Post Malone did the vocals, which was really good. Post Malone being Nirvana. He's not Nirvana, but he killed it. He did pretty good doing Kurt Cobain. Okay, we have April 2nd. So we're gonna. I just read the verses for yesterday, and that other verse that was for April, which was part of the April 1st verses. Okay, so this is Jesus talking. I have promised to meet all your needs according to my glorious riches. Your deepest, most constant need is for my peace. Yes, that's a big thing. I get peace all the time, but receiving the peace is wonderful. I have planted peace in the garden of your heart, where I live. But there are weeds growing there too. Yeah, which is called pride, worry, selfishness, and unbelief. I know I deal a lot with selfishness. I know that because I'm spoiled. I'm an only child, so I am very selfish. Worry, yeah, sometimes I worry about anything and everything. Unbelief. I don't know about unbelief because I believe in God and everything. The pride can get to you too. Your pride can sometimes get in the way. I am the gardener, and I am working to get rid your heart of all these needs, all the weeds. Yeah, I'm working to rid your heart of all of those weeds. And I do my work in various ways. So when you sit quietly with me, I shine the light of my presence directly into your heart. So let's translate some of this. It says he's promised us to meet all of our needs according to his glorious riches. And so the deepest, most need is for peace. And he's planted peace in our heart. But there are weeds there, which is also the pride, worry, selfishness, and unbelief. but Jesus is the gardener, and he's working to rid all those weeds. And he does his work in various ways. So when you sit quietly with God or with Jesus, I shine the light of his presence directly into your heart. Okay, so that's that part. Well, God has shown me I'm not going to live a long life. I don't know if it's because of my medical issues or what, but if what I was shown was right, we might live to be about 52 or 53, and we're going to be 47 on Friday. So 7 good years would put us to 53, possibly almost 54. So I know it's 5 to 7 years. I don't know when it's going to be or how it's going to be. I just know that I'm going to die peacefully in my bed. I'm not going to be all pain and sick in the hospital. I will die peacefully. But it's going to be sometime in the next 5 to 7 years, and mom will outlive me. And a lot of my family will outlive me. A lot of my friends will outlive me. But, I'm going to go peacefully. I'm going to work on things before I die with like helping the animals, fostering more animals, donating my YouTube money or half of my YouTube money to charities and the church. So a lot of things, and I've already donated most of the first check to everything, except for the one charity because the one animal shelter does not accept online payments. So you have to like mail them a check or or send them things. I guess maybe I can send them some food or treats or something, or wait until I combine it with the next check. So it says, in this heavenly light, peace will grow abundantly and weeds will shrivel up. Okay. I also will send trials into your life. So yeah, I mean, these tornadoes, they could just be trials to wake us up, to show us that we could die anytime, and your house can go at any time. You never know when. God knows when it's going to happen, but we don't know when it's going to happen. When you trust me in the midst of trouble, peace flourishes and weeds will die away. I mean, it may be a short time. God has shown me different blessings I'm going to have along the way. God has showed me different things. But yeah, if he's saying 5 to 7 years, he's telling me now because he wants me to be able to be at peace with it. And at first, I didn't want to be at peace with it, but I'm at peace with it now. I can do a lot of things in 5 to 7 years. I can help a lot of people and survivors of the same things I've been through. I can warn people of different criminals and stuff when they get charged with these things, and where they're at and what jail they're at and who to avoid. Because sometimes they get off. Even though they get charged with all these different things, sometimes they still get off. The one teacher was a woman teacher, so she got a slap on the wrist and pled guilty. I think she got a suspended sentence and got probation for statutory rape of some of the students. So, you can't help everything. You can't help what people get away with. But you can warn people. So the next time I see, different things going on in the news, I will share them. So when you trust me in the midst of all this trouble, peace will flourish and the weeds will die away. And thank Jesus for the troublesome situations, and the peace that they can produce will far outweigh the trials that you will endure. So sometimes your family gets attacked, sometimes you get attacked, but the peace will definitely outweigh all of that, and the benefits and the peace that you can get. Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God will meet all of your needs according to his glorious riches in Christ Jesus." So God will meet all of our needs and give us the riches in Christ Jesus. And then we have 2 Thessalonians 3:16. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace always in every way, and the Lord be with you all. So he will give us peace in every way, and the Lord be with us. Yeah, some of that stuff, it depends. If women get charged with some of that stuff, they don't get very much time. I know Mary Kay Letourneau, she got probation, I think, the first time. She went back up and they'd already had one child, or had the one child, and then she got pregnant again when she was supposed to be on probation. So they later got married when he was 18, and she did her 7 years or whatever it was. And then they got married or married. They get married in prison. I don't know when she was, but she got a few years for that because she did it again. 2 Corinthians 4:17 says, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Yes, for our light It's saying our light troubles and momentary troubles are, for all of those, are achieving as an eternal glory will outweigh all of them. And that's 1 Corinthians 4:17. All right, I'll get this set up for tomorrow. Is there any prayer requests besides all the tornado victims and all of the... There was one person that died. As far as I know, there's only one death so far. But it's hard to find people at night. So I know some of the smaller communities, they're going door to door. They are going door to door and trying to make sure everyone's okay, and find, the ones that have a lot of damage. They're checking on everyone. So, okay, I'll pray for you. Is it unspoken or is it spoken? Is there a specific need, Quentin, or you just want you to just pray for you? Well, I don't know what God would like lead me down all of these things and not tell me when I'm going to die. Pray for your cat. Okay. I still have to pray for Jen's dog. I think she's not here. Jen, how's your dog doing? Are you still here, Jen? There's 10 watching. I know Jen's dog was extremely sick. Yeah, 2 more days till the birthday stream. Tonight's Wednesday, so yeah, 2 more days, and I've got to work on all those songs too. So I might skip the Sims tonight and do it tomorrow night. So your Paramount Plus and Apple is both ending on April 4th. I can get 3 months for Apple TV, but I haven't taken it out yet. I can probably get it still. Paramount Plus is also ending on the 4th. So pray that you can find shows to continue watching. Well, you might want to look at Pluto. What's that other one? Freevee. Sling has a free one too. It doesn't really have a lot of live. I mean, they have some live channels. I forget how many channels. But if you go through the Sling free service, they have a lot of different types of things. I don't like the ads either, but I watch Hulu Live TV and like a lot of live sports, and there's a ton of ads. There's like 5-minute commercials if you're watching regular TV. A lot of times, 5-minute commercials in between the shows, which can be pretty crazy. And so like if you get the ad plan on any of these plans, you're not going to have more than like 2 or 3 minutes of commercials. I think Prime is a little bit longer though. You did go to the doctors and they didn't help you. Well, I don't know why they wouldn't help you. So there's that, or you're lying. I don't think that you're lying. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just saying if you go to doctors, go to ERs, go to hospitals, a lot of the doctors will, some hospitals won't help you, but some will. And sometimes you have to find the right doctor. But you can't mention it again within 24 hours. So it is 10:56. I don't want to hear about it again until 10:56 tomorrow night. Yeah, Punk Rock, I don't think he's lying. But if he's had the same condition for weeks now, or a week or two, or however long it's been, like he's talked about it many times. I don't think you're lying. I didn't say you were lying. It says it seems like you are, because it's the same issue over and over and over again. Most people wouldn't complain with the same issue over and over and over again. They would go to a doctor or find the right doctor, get a second opinion, third opinion, having an opinion. Mom got 10 opinions before she let them cut her knee out, and fuse her leg. So sometimes you have to see 10 doctors. You went to your doctor twice. Well, there's urgent care. There's other places you can do. I know you may not have insurance, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do and go to the urgent care, go to the hospital, and go to the ER. There's a difference between going to the doctor and going to the ER. They will at least give you some medicine or something that can help you. Most ERs will give you something. Just like I went to the ER and I got Ativan to calm down the serotonin syndrome, calm down my blood pressure. Yeah, if you're not mentioned anywhere else, then you could possibly be lying. And punk rock has caused so many problems before in the past. I just don't want to hear about it again. I'll pray about it, but I don't want to hear about it again for 24 hours. That's the rule now. I can look up the rules for you, but basically I have the rule right here. Don't complain if you won't take my advice 24 hours before talking about the same thing again. I will pray for you. I prayed for you all these other times. But if you keep mentioning it, it is against the rules. I'm just telling you now. If I see it again in the thing, I will start timing you out, because that is against the rules. It is not against the rules to ask for prayers, but if we're asking for the same thing, Within 24 hours, it is. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to take drama until tonight. We're not going to start drama. My channel is supposed to be drama free and nice and peaceful and free and respectful for everyone. So be nice, Johnny Mac. So just be nice. Okay, so we're going to start in prayer. Quentin said he had a spoken request, but he didn't tell me what the request was. So he didn't. He just said pray for him. So everybody knows that. Anita's cat. I think that's it. You pray for Sims? Well, Sims is probably not happening tonight because I have 2 days to work on all these songs. So I have to look at all the lyrics, figure which one is acceptable for the stream, which one's not acceptable for the stream, and then try to learn some of them in the next 2 days. Tomorrow I also have a doctor appointment, and I have to go to the bank if the bank's open. If not, we may just go to our bank here in town or Mom's bank here in town so where I can draw out some money because tomorrow should get my check tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But I had to bring both phones with me, it looks like, because some of the apps are working on my old phone that are not working on my new phone. So there's a lot, and it won't let me change the passwords. So Mom had to call the bank and get her password reset for her banking app. I'm gonna have to probably do the same for mine because it won't let me. I type my password and everything in if that's even the right password. I don't know I think I know my username, but it might be different. Okay, what's happening now? It's 11 o'clock. Rain is stopping, but then starting again in a few minutes. Rain is stopping in 8 minutes and starting again 27 minutes later. There's still tornado warning coverage, but most of the storms are out of our area. They're already in Kentucky and Illinois. We're past Illinois, and now pray for punk rock's bed bugs. Is that what it is? If it's bed bugs, then you need to get rid of your mattress. Because if you get your mattress and about maybe burn all your clothes, then it might go away. I doubt that it's scabies. There's a big difference between scabies and bed bugs. So, and I told you to stop mentioning it again. So I think you got some of your comments deleted. But I said I would time you out if you kept talking about it. So, okay, so we have Sims, punk rock's itching things, and then Anita's cat, and then all the people that had damage. So yeah, you may have to get rid of some of your clothes or just wash them in really hot water. Anything that's come up with anything with the bed bugs. And well, I told him the next time he would get it timed out. And so I have to time him out again. So 5 minutes. So I come to the Lord in prayer tonight again with the chat. We're praying for Anita's cat to get better. We're praying for Quentin wants Sims, I guess. We're praying for Sims tomorrow, I guess, because I'm not doing it tonight. I pray for punk rock and whatever his itching problem is, whether it be bed bugs, scabies, allergies. It could be several things that's causing his problems. Pray that he can find the right medicine, or they will give him the right medicine to get better, or go to the ER or urgent care. You can always do all that and then just not pay the bill. I mean, that's what some people do. That's what my brother does. He goes to the ER all the time. It seems like if he's been 40 times in the last 5 years, that's a lot. Of course, he could be exaggerating a little bit too, but yeah. Even if he went 30 times in 5 years, that's 6 times a year, like every 2 months. Yeah, they get sick of you come every 2 months to the ER. I'm sure they do. But sometimes he gets too many panic attacks and stuff. I have to go there, get some medicine, go home. He gets sent home. And so I just pray for all these things. I pray for all the damages in the area. I pray for the power to be put back on to all these people. Continue to pray for family and stuff that's affected. My aunt has no power. Because she's over there by where they got a lot of damage over there by Taco Bell. So, or where they got some damage, and because it caused all the power to go out. So she's doing okay. They're safe. They just have no power. A lot of people still have no internet in the area. And then it got downtown Cape, Delta, Advance, Bloomfield, Dexter, some here, all these other places. And there's just places in Illinois, places in Kentucky, places in Tennessee, places in Arkansas. Tornadoes spotted everywhere. So it's just like it was a few weeks ago when there was a lot of tornadoes. I think there was like 11 or 12 just in Missouri. So I think even by St. Louis in certain areas there were some tornadoes and power outages out by St. Louis and damage. But it missed some of my friends up there. It missed some other people. So it missed a lot, but still some people got damaged in St. Louis area. So it's like the whole state got some damage somewhere. I pray that we will continue not to get any more damage. I mean, the hail damage enough was enough Sunday night. We still haven't checked the roof or had somebody on the roof to look at it. It probably does have some damage. So I just pray that, things will continue to get better weather-wise. Now we're looking at 9 inches of rain. So we're going to have some damage with the rain. There's going to be water over the road in certain areas at different times. So we're going to have to just be careful going out for my birthday. And we're going to have to be careful and try to stay in Saturday and Sunday if we can, because it's going to be bad rain and bad heavy rain. Maybe not tornadoes, but heavy, heavy rain that's going to cause a lot of damage to a lot of places, and could be water over the road in different places, or even our road. I don't know. So I just pray for all of those things. Pray for all the people that have to work in all this. Pray for all the first responders that are dealing with all the damage and seeing all the people and everything, and working overtime to get everything done and get people help. And the National Guard, I think, got called into Missouri too at different places because of the weather. So I think they did call in the National Guard at some places. I don't know where the National Guard is coming from, if they're coming from Jeff City or where they're coming from exactly. But there's different National Guard coming in as well. That was already called before this even started, to get extra National Guard in the area, in the areas of the storms. But anyway, continue to pray for the whole state and all these other states, Arkansas, Tennessee, Illinois, Kentucky, and wherever it's going to, of all these bad weather and all these tornadoes that are hurting people. A lot of people heeded the warnings, but now we got to heed the warnings of the flooding. And a lot of people are going to lose their homes with the flooding, and it's going to be bad, but it's not going to be as bad. They said it's 2008, but there by Poplar Bluff, it's going to get bad by Saturday. The crest is going to be 20 feet, which is definitely above flood stage. I don't know what the flood stage is, but 20 feet is definitely above the flood stage there. All the lakes and rivers, they're one of the lakes in Kentucky, they were like doing the spillway stuff where they were getting water out of the lake before all this stuff comes. I don't know what they were doing. They were draining it of some kind. Some way they were draining it to help for the flooding that's coming, so it doesn't get too much damage. So there's a lot of things that they're trying to do, a lot of things that they are doing, and they're warning people way in advance to stay away from the campgrounds. They're closing campgrounds and all these different things before this weekend. And just pray for peace. Pray for me to have a happy birthday, even though it doesn't want to feel like a happy birthday. Pray that I have a good time and have a good pizza. Get to see my friend from high school. She's going to make me some things. I have to let her know by tomorrow if I'm going to still come so she can make them. Otherwise, she's wasting money. But as long as it's just rain, we should be fine. There's a chance of tornadoes, a lot lighter chance tomorrow, I think even possibly Friday, but a lot will be level 1 instead of level 5, level 1 or level 2. So it's way better, way better. And like where it's going to hit, and it'll be more scattered and less tornadoes. So that's good. We just have to be careful with the rain. Be careful driving in the rain. So, and we'll see if my doctor appointment gets canceled for tomorrow. It might get canceled. So we'll see how that all works out. If they have power, they'll probably be open. If they don't have power, they're going to be closed. And again, I pray for all these things in Jesus' name. And the chat says, amen. And I thank Jesus for everything he has done, has kept us safe. So it's 40 minutes. Like I said, it's after 11 already. And I take my medicine around midnight. So I may just sit here at the computer and read the lyrics and hear the songs, like some lyric videos of the songs, and work on that tonight. And work on it tomorrow night a little bit, or tomorrow afternoon when I get back from the doctors and stuff. And we just got to stay safe, because we may lose with the power and everything. And with the water damage, we may lose power and Wi-Fi and all that again. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But is there any last words that anyone wants to say? We're at 40 minutes. We did the prayer. We did the Jesus calling. We're not singing. But I'm going to look up these songs that I wrote down. And then I'll put a good check mark if I think I can have a flashlight. We already had a flashlight nearby. And we have flashlights on our phone to find the other flashlights. I know where they're at, though. I have night lights and everything, too. I have a night light in the hallway, night light in the bathroom. And then we leave one light on that's like in the dining room area. Well, I don't eat a lot of canned food. Mom does sometimes. But I have peanut butter and bread and jelly. If we lose power, I doubt that we're going to lose much more power. We might lose the internet if there's more storms in the area, because sometimes that comes from different places. So it just depends. Hopefully by tomorrow they'll have a lot of Dexter back on and the business is back on where we can go to the bank. If they don't have the bank back on, then we will be going to the bank here in town because it'll be open as far as I know, because we didn't have that much power outages here. Some may still be without power here, but we have power. And we came close to a tornado, but it didn't touch the ground. So, like I said, I just pray for all of that. We're going to go over some music. And we're just going to chill tonight. I don't feel up to gaming anyways. I'm just too flustered and upset. But I'll go through these songs and see what I can sing. So what I don't know and what I do know. And we'll go from there. We may not do 17. We maybe cut it down to 10 to 15. But we're going to do some of the top songs of 1978. And at least do, I think, the country song of 1978 and the rock song, if it's not too bad. What do you think I'd be upset about? All the storms and all these people that lost their homes and all the damage and the people that died. What else would I be upset about? I already mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but like nobody was on then. So yeah, we're not gaming tonight. It would be less than an hour anyways. Time I get the gaming set up, it's 11:10. It'd be at least 11:15 before I got it set up. So it'd only be gaming for about 45 minutes. So it's not doing me any good a game for 45 minutes because everybody's going to complain about it. And I can't stream longer than after midnight because that's when I take my medicine and it makes me sleepy. So I have to be careful. So I have 45 minutes to work on some of these songs, take my medicine, work on the rest of the songs, eat something, and continue and try to see what songs we're going to sing and what songs we're not going to sing. If we hopefully have power. You know, if something happens, we don't have power for my birthday, we're going to have to postpone it to another day, like Sunday or something. But, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But I appreciate everybody being nice and respectful and not starting drama. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember to follow the Carry Brick Road. Follow the Carry Brick Road. Follow the Carry Brick Road to Carry Stream. To Carry Stream. And to the Carry Show. Yeah, follow the Carry Brick Road, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, weather permitting. Bye.